The Biden's Backstab book tour continues with Dr. Jill snapping at a former flack who trashed her new tell-all as not what the party needs right now.
I see this quote from Andrew Bates, who's a former aide to President Biden, of course, and he went on record referring to your book, and he says, "Why does that painful conversation for the party need to be publicly reopened right now?"
I just want to say that my book has one chapter on the political wounds. One. One. So I want to say to Andrew, call me up and say it to my face, buddy.
Wow.
All right, and Joe is mustering whatever brain cells he has left to announce that he has a new book coming out in September, right before the midterms, all while wandering into Jill's book tour.
Oh, Joe has a question. Like you couldn't ask it later?
Who do you love most in the whole world?
Whoopi. I love you most, Joe. Was that it? Is that the answer he wanted?
My book, which comes out in September. Read it.
Well, I have to remind him this is my event.
You know, Jesse, this is a shameless, oblivious couple. But if anyone could make me sympathetic to them, it's this scumbag, Andrew Bates, who was part of the whole White House infrastructure and strategy to demonize anybody outside the White House as either a Nazi or a fascist. This guy put targets on people's backs. And so I guess I like the fact that they're all devouring each other because they're all dirtbags.
Yeah, and I want to see him eaten first, and then I want to see him get stuck in Jill's teeth.
Yes.
Never get a toothpick and just stab him over until it gets out on the kitchen sink. The October surprise that Joe's book's coming out is amazing. Now, he has to know, Greg, that he's not popular. He has to know it's going to hurt the Democrats in the midterms. So why is he doing it then? Revenge. He's still's mad that he got whacked. He's still mad at Barack and Schumer and Nancy for doing what they did. And so this is just a continuation of the revenge tour. And I'm also hearing that the Hunter documentary is coming out before the midterms. So this is a 1-2 punch to the people that they think abandoned them. Now, have you started following Hunter on Twitter? This guy is savage. He's just been beefing with all these haters. He said the other day, they were like, was that your Coke in the White House? And he's like, my Coke? I would never lose my drugs. And he's like, I don't even do Coke. I smoke crack. So it's been a bad week for Democrats between Jill, the California collapse, nipple Nazi now, Pele getting screwed over. If you're looking for a blue wave, this is not a very good start.
I would definitely vote for Hunter over Plattner. Maybe there's the replacement. You know, Harold, you're on the phone. What are you doing?
I'm just listening to you.
All right. You know, if Biden writes this book, is that technically ghostwritten?
Look, I share your view on the young man, Mr. Bates. I don't like when people work for a president and make their bones working for a president and then see fit to do something like this. If he feels that way, she should have called her and not aired that publicly. I feel bad for President Biden because, don't get me wrong, but the things that I've said about the First Lady in the book and about if you thought he was having a health matter, that might have been the time to say we need a new nominee. And I don't mean to be rude to her, but President Biden, when he had a 40-year career in public life, he was a United States Senator who accomplished a great deal in the Senate, was a bipartisan leader in the Senate. Even when he was vice president for President Obama, he was the one, when the government was shut down, he was the one that was able to go over and communicate with McConnell and senators and congressmen. He had that, there was something about him that made him a bipartisan leader. And frankly, if he were in the Senate today, the old Joe Biden, he'd be leading the effort to try to find ways to work with President Trump on things that matter to the country. Doing this, the way they're doing this is not good for his legacy. History will judge people how they will judge him. As simple and as stupid as that statement sounds, you can't push it, you can't force it. And it sounds and feels like this is trying to force something. Jesse's right. Putting a book out in September, if we are in the lead in some of these key Senate races and congressional races, I just don't see how this helps, because the only question that I really want to see answered in any of these books is, why did you renege on the promise to serve just one term? Because I think had you done that, had you just served one term, we'd be raving about you in the most positive and favorable of ways. But look, everyone has the right to do what they want to do. I wish him the best, but I wish the book wasn't coming out in September, because I think that's all we're going to be talking about, especially if we're in the lead in key races.
I don't know, Martha. In a correct world, these people would be tarred and feathered, all of them, for what they did to the United States, lying about a president that was out of commission. But instead, now it's just a clown show.
I mean, the person that Harold just described accurately is not the person who was president of the United States for the last couple of years. Jill Biden had an opportunity. She says she loves her husband and that she's honest with him. She said, I'm as honest with my husband as I am with my students. Now, that may be, far be it for me to I'm not inside her head. But for me, if you love someone and you're honest with them, you're going to say, Joe, let's stick to the bridge to the future that you promised America. And let's leave this office with grace and integrity and your past career intact. I love you. I don't want you to do this. But what do we hear in the book? That she loved coming home and having her Cabernet waiting for her at the White House. That she loved the way the wardrobe people kept everything in line in the wardrobe. And so it seems maybe she was too attached to all of that, and she decided to push through like the Weekend at Bernie's agenda, and it was dangerous and wrong for the American people.
I have to say this, though, Ainsley, it does give us a lot of segments in the summer. Very slow news. This will fill up a B block.
The Republicans are loving this, that he is going to write this book.
Yeah.
And I think she's very angry. Martha and I were looking at each other when we were playing those sound bites at the 92nd Street Y. She was saying basically like, sit down. Why are you standing up?
Yes.
Can't you do this later? Like, he's taking my time. And then she said at the end, what was the comment she said at the end? She said something like, don't you know it's my turn? It's not your turn. Yeah. She's angry at the party for the way that they treated him, the George Clooney's of the world, his aides that have come out, Jake Tapper. My mother had a stroke, and the first thing my dad did, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and when I got the phone call, he called 911 immediately. He came home late at night and found my mom in their bedroom against the bed on the floor. And he called 911. The ambulance came. All my neighbors came over. I got the call right before Fox and Friends. That's how you handle a stroke. She thought he was having a stroke, but then she took him to the Waffle House. She didn't call 911. That was a lie. She lied saying it was an isolated incident. We know that's not true. And then she said backstage, you did a terrible job, but then went out and said he did a great job. So this is really good for the Republican Party. Sorry, Harold, I know you don't want that book to come out, but the more we can talk about this, it just reminds us that the Democratic Party, they have all lied to us, and it also reminds us that the party is so different than it was. The old guard has to step aside for this new guard, like I was saying in the last segment. The squad is in charge now.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.